came up with the me bounce thing, y'all ate that up. Because rebounds, me bounce, creep bounce, key bounce, C bounce, C bounce, anything that comes off that board, it's mine. It's mine.
It has finally backfired for someone to publicly disparage your teammates and demand a total roster change while missing games to sell footwear. Angel Reese just discovered that the Chicago Skyfront headquarters places a lower value on her brand than she does.
Angel Reese plans on remaining with the Chicago Sky after Rocky in the 2025. You may be like, Rocky, question mark? Yeah, you don't remember? She threw all of her teammates under the bus and then ran the bus over them. In that interview that came out, I think it was the Chicago Sun-Times. And her teammates, they wasn't having it.
By selecting Camila Cardoso as their Player of the Year, the team just issued a strong, unmistakable message. For a player who believed she was untouchable, it's the ultimate reality check that Reese's actual worth to the company is fully revealed by this decision, which also explains why her time in Chicago may be much shorter than anyone had anticipated. The professional world is slamming into the Barbie brand.
She may not want to come back, or maybe she's decided, I want to come back, but do the Chicago Sky actually want her back?
Should the Chicago Sky consider trading Angel Reese after all that's unfolded? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Things are officially tense in Chicago, and this time, the drama isn't about a missed shot or a technical foul. The Sky finally drew a line and made it clear who truly carries the team. Camila Cardoso has been named their Player of the Year. Pause for a moment and let that sink in. While Angel Reese was busy cultivating her personal brand and embracing the Barbie persona, the Sky focused on tangible results, and Cardoso delivered. Over 40 games, she earned Player of the Game honors 15 times, claimed Player of the Week 6 times, and was twice named Player of the Month. She showed up, executed consistently, and didn't feel the need to turn every thought into a public spectacle.
So you see this right here. Camila Cardoso was named the Magellan Player of the Year, Chicago Sky. So she was named the Player of the Year right here for the Chicago Sky, right? 15 times Chicago Sky Player of the Game. All right, 6 times Chicago Sky Player of the Week, 2-time Chicago Sky Player of the Month. I love this particular statistic. 40 games played. Woo! A lot can be taken from the 40 games played statistic, right? Because let's be honest, here's Angel. 30 games played.
This announcement's timing couldn't be better. It immediately follows Angel.I in order to clearly explain why her teammates aren't suitable for her. Reese made the decision to go on a press tour with the Chicago Tribune. She genuinely informed reporters that her future with the organization depended on acquiring both good and exceptional players. Picture yourself in the changing area. You compete professionally in sports that a guy who hasn't even perfected a steady jump shot after years of playing in this league is telling everyone that you're a slacker and that the squad needs a whole makeover.
It's very possible the Chicago Sky front office was questioning the injury themselves. Would they admit that? Of course, never. Well, Rhodes, are you saying that Angel wasn't hurt? No. I'm just saying maybe they gave it the fuzzy eyeball just a little bit in light of the fact that the team was bad, second year in a row, precedent from the rookie year and unrivaled of just stopping, not playing anymore. And then it happens yet again.
She did not only allude to it. Her subtlety was comparable to that of a sledgehammer. She essentially positioned herself as the shadow general manager, promising to assist draw elite talent to Chicago, and asserted that she wouldn't accept anything less than what we did this year. Sincerely, it takes a lot of ego to say it aloud. Desiring to win is one thing. While you're leading the league in turnovers, it's quite another to openly blame your colleagues for your defeats. Reese made the most public possible attack on the caliber of her current comrades, letting each athlete know that she feels they are not good enough in the locker room.
it was warranted. She did quit on them. She did refuse to go in games. Hey, I'm just saying. She just kind of played them when she said, oh, I guess I got to go back because I'm under contract. Like, she don't want to be there.
And then there's the blatant disrespect toward the veterans. Courtney Vanderloot is nothing short of a legend, two-time champion, five-time All-Star, a player who knows exactly how to win. Yet Angel Reese had the audacity to claim the team couldn't rely on her because of her age and consistency. Vanderloot had to step up publicly, setting the record straight. Her age is irrelevant, and she's returning stronger than ever. When veterans feel the need to defend themselves in the media, you haven't just lost the locker room, you've ignited it. The front office had already gone to great lengths to set Reese up for success. They traded for Ariel Atkins specifically to provide the veteran presence Reese claimed she needed. Draft picks were sacrificed, roster moves were made, all to nurture her growth. Yet Reese still aired grievances publicly, implying their efforts weren't enough. The organization invested in her vision, and she repaid it by broadcasting dissatisfaction. Vanderloot's measured response showcased the stark contrast between genuine leadership and entitled demands. She defended not just her own reputation, but the team's collective work ethic, without ever naming Reese directly. Meanwhile, other veterans watched and began questioning whether Reese truly understood what it takes to lead, rather than merely chase stats as a star player. How many players are actually going to take Angel Reese's words about Courtney Vanderloot seriously? How many will hear her comments about current teammates and think, I want to be part of that team? Very few. Most athletes aren't eager to play alongside someone who won't hesitate to throw them under the bus with just 3 games left in the season. Reese had essentially broadcast to the entire league that her teammates weren't capable of helping her succeed. That message didn't just sting, it spread like wildfire. Teammates began questioning whether their so-called star truly wanted to play alongside them, or if she simply wanted them replaced. The cohesion necessary to build a championship-caliber locker room became impossible. And then came the disappearing act. While the Sky fought desperately for a playoff spot, Reese turned into a professional ghost. Her injury updates were shrouded in more mystery than a classified government document. One day, it was a back injury. The next, she was listed as day-to-day for weeks with no real updates or medical clarity. Coaches couldn't plan rotations, teammates didn't know who would be available, and chaos seeped into every practice and game prep. The back injury explanation began to crumble when people noticed what Reese was doing during her absences. She traveled to Indiana to promote her Reebok sneakers instead of supporting her team from the bench. She bragged about taking over her rival's territory while her own teammates were getting blown out at home. Her social media was all about hyping her shoe release like it was the event of the year, completely ignoring her team's collapse. Fans quickly dubbed her the Vanishing Barbie, disappearing whenever accountability showed up. The lack of transparency only amplified the frustration. Other teams gave clear injury updates and timelines. Chicago's approach felt like they were guarding nuclear codes. And her technical fouls revealed an even deeper problem. Her mental state was unraveling under the pressure. Reese amassed 8 technical fouls over the season, ultimately triggering an automatic suspension. Her final infraction came when she struck Aaliyah Edwards in the head during a rebound battle, an act the league immediately penalized. The timing couldn't have been worse. The suspension fell just before a pivotal clash with the Indiana Fever, the game fans had been eagerly anticipating. Her lack of discipline directly cost the team when they needed her most. The Chicago Sky were forced to escalate their response. They handed Reese a suspension for conduct detrimental to the team, citing remarks she made during league-mandated media obligations. While the issue was managed internally, the designation sent a clear message. Reese had crossed professional boundaries that no organization could overlook. Yet the partial suspension exposed the tension between holding a player accountable and relying on her star power to drive ticket sales. This is where Reese's true impact, or lack thereof, on winning became glaringly clear. The Chicago Sky often performed better when she wasn't on the court. Offense flowed faster, possessions felt cleaner, and the team wasn't bogged down by a player demanding the ball only to turn it over. Despite missing large stretches of the season, Reese led the league in turnovers. 101 miscues in just 26 games, a record nobody wants. Nearly 1 in 5 of her shots inside 9 feet were blocked, and critics slammed her efficiency as abysmal. Teammates began questioning her priorities. While Reese pushed for roster upgrades, she frequently made herself unavailable during critical moments. Veterans who had dedicated years to cultivating winning cultures watched as she put personal brand initiatives above team success. The contrast was impossible to ignore. She demanded better talent, but rarely committed fully to playing alongside the players already on the roster. The fact that teammates had to hold a meeting just to address Reese's comments says it all. It should never have been necessary. Professional athletes shouldn't have to confront their supposed leader about basic loyalty to the team. Veteran Rachel Bam summed up the collective exhaustion perfectly. "I think I just don't really care. I'm so over all this." That's a seasoned player admitting she was drained by constant drama. Even Ariel Atkins, the very player the organization acquired to support Reese, felt compelled to acknowledge the tension. "We are aware of it. We are addressing it." Coach Tyler Marsh also confirmed that managing Reese's remarks became a top-down organizational issue. The locker room split instantly, and cohesion took a major hit. Chicago's team chemistry unraveled because reliability is the backbone of any successful sports organization. Players must know who will show up, coaches need clarity for game planning, and fans expect their star to care about winning. Reese's repeated absences shattered all of that. She fostered a toxic atmosphere where nobody could trust their so-called centerpiece. The Sky quickly learned that having a player who demands excellence from others while failing to meet basic professional standards breeds chaos. Meanwhile, Indiana demonstrated how a team rebuild should look. Their star navigated setbacks with full transparency, explaining her ear injury and its impact on games without excuses or secrecy. She handled her responsibilities while keeping the focus on the team, a stark contrast to Chicago's turmoil.